Hello, Top Fan Rivalry followers, and welcome to a very quick episode of the weekly review. Jackson's got a busy schedule today. I've got a busy schedule today, but it doesn't matter. We want to give you the dice. Jackson, how the heck are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Yeah, are you ready to do this? Let's just dive in. Both
Yeah.
of us got crazy days. Let's do it. Jackson, what's your number one?
My number one, I wrote an article about it. So
Yes.
I'm just going to mention it. More elbow surgeries. The Astros are losing Christian Javier, Jose Urquidy for the season. Milwaukee's probably going to lose Robert Gasser, DL Hall, also for the season with Tommy John. Guys, stop. Take care of your pitchers, MLB. It's too many.
Well, I got in a good authority from guys like Big Dave that the Astros may have a buy five get one free on the Tommy John surgeries, so they're trying to work on getting their one for free.
The punch cards filled out.
Yes, that's what they're working. My gosh,
Yeah,
and
but
I,
yeah,
I was talking to somebody last night because I went to Angel Stadium last night, as you know, and I was talking to somebody, and it was hilarious because I told them straight out. I said, "Listen, um, high school pitchers are pitching more games now because of travel ball and these tournaments that they play in and things like that. I, they're more stress on their arm. By the time they get to the show, they've pitched probably 8 to 10 times more than I ever pitched growing up during that time. And so, of course, your body's going to wear down. You've thrown more pitches.
yeah. Yeah, and you really see it. It's they're throwing more innings than they would in like a major league career, basically at this point. And
Yep.
to that, I have to say, who cares about travel ball? Who cares about winning travel ball? You're supposed to be making the players better. Don't blow their arm out because you want to win some trophy that's not going to matter in a decade.
Yep.
Who cares?
Yeah. Um, okay, so my number one is I feel really, really bad for the Chicago White Sox. They've lost 13 in a row. They've had multiple run leads on the Cubs the last two nights and have blown leads. And it's hard if you're a White Sox fan right now, you're 15 and 47. You've blown two leads, you've lost 13 games in a row. 13 in a row. It's got to get comical at some point. When does the comedy end?
I don't think it does, Bill. I think they've set themselves far back on pace to be the worst team in the modern era. They might give the 1899 Cleveland Spiders a run for their money, but yeah, they're bad.
We don't call
The
top fan stats guy for nothing, folks.
yeah, look, the Cleveland Spiders lost like 130 games. I mean, if the White Sox play like this for the rest of the year, absolutely on the table. There's no way. There's no way they're stringing together another 30 wins. Not happening.
Oof, oof, oof. And I was on their roster, their 40-man roster, and it was like minors, minors, minors. And you're looking at their guys and you're thinking, oh my gosh, you guys got to spend some money. You're getting a new
Well, they
ballpark.
did. They
You're a
handed out the
marquee.
biggest. They handed out the biggest contract in franchise history to Andrew Benintendi,
Yeah.
who has a 550 OPS or something like that. So, uh, rough times for to be a White Sox fan. I mean, I think it was rough times every year except 2005.
Yeah.
Um, but just hang in there, guys. Hopefully, somebody will come and buy the team that cares.
So,
Uh,
like, we got your back, fellas. We got your back. We got you. Big
yeah.
Poppy's got you. What do you got for number two, Jackson?
Uh, how about I'm going to slap my tinfoil hat on for this one. Are the baseballs dead, Bill? So, run scoring is down by zero point 0.3 runs, down from 4.62 runs a game this year versus last year. From 4.32 from 4.62. And the home run, the fly ball rate has dropped 2%, which has contributed to 20% fewer home runs, Bill.
You know what's up though?
So,
Do you know what's up?
what?
The stolen base.
Stolen base?
Yeah.
Well, that is true. Offense as a whole is kind of just taking a tumble with most of the other stats like batting average, on base, slugging are all pretty much the same. It's just the home run ball. And As a Braves fan, I'll say I've seen a lot of warning track shots. I'm sure you saw that one the other night when Aroldis Chapman spiked his glove on a ball that the center fielder comfortably caught. Um, you run the math on that. It says it's a home run, but it wasn't. So, Major League Baseball, stop messing with the baseball and just let them play.
Let them play. So my number two, Jackson, is you're watching two very, very dominant teams. This is the flip on the White Sox with the Yankees and the Phillies down by where you're at are playing phenomenal baseball and they're figuring out ways to win. And it's not always their superstars. They're doing the right things at the right time and getting the right things done. They're both currently 44 and 19. They are on pace right now to both win 100 games. There is a very outside possibility that you might see as many as four, maybe five teams have 100 wins this season. Um, but the Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies are on fire.
Yeah, they are. Uh, I mean, the Yankees are being carried by the big three:
Yep,
Stanton, Judge, Soto. Their pitching is the best in the league. And, the Phillies just have that rotation that it wins them ball games. They're in every ball game, and I think that's why you see the unlikely guy step up. It's the confidence that they're in every ball game,
yep,
because the pitching keeps it there. And you know, there's not much else to say. They just show up and do their job. So
1000%, 1000%. And it's insane, but it's fun to watch, my
yeah,
friend. It is definitely fun to watch.
yeah, like the Phillies at home are what 27-9. It's almost comical. Like they're just gonna win. It's
Exactly,
almost boring how much they win at home.
exactly, exactly, exactly. No, I'm agreeing with you. They're 27 and 9, and it's just insane what they're putting together right now. Absolutely insane. So good deal. What do you got for number three, Jackson?
My number three is some breathing room. The Seattle Mariners hold a 4.5 game lead over the Texas Rangers, who continue to get beat up. Corey Seager left the game yesterday with a hamstring issue again. Is it Seattle's year to finally win the division again, Bill? It's starting to kind of feel like it. They're starting to pull away. They're 8-2 over their last 10. They're playing good baseball. Um, I'm starting to believe in the Mariners a little bit.
Uh somewhat. I was not until they took 3 out of 4 from Houston. Um and but yeah, they might pull this one out this season. The Angels are young. The Angels have a shot in the next couple of seasons, just not this one. They're young. But Seattle's looking good. They're playing well.
Yeah, and they haven't won a division since what 2003.
Yep.
So you know, it's 20 years coming. So you know, I'm looking forward to see how they play in the second half, especially
Me too.
the bats. Their bats need to wake up a little bit more, but if they can get the bats to hit league average, this team's going to go far with the pitching they got.
Well, and my number three piggybacks on your number three. My number three is the Houston Astros. As you know, we have a lot of top fan rivalry folks in the community. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this really simply. The Astros are 7 back or 8 back right now. They cannot be if they want to make a serious playoff run because the wild card is not going to come out of that division. It's not going to come out of the West.
Not
The
looking
wild
good.
card is coming out of the Central and the East. So you have to win the division or go home. For them to win the division, they have to be no further than 4 games back at the end of this month. If they are back 7, 8, 9, 10, if they're back 10, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked about they lost two more starting pitchers. They need to figure something out.
Yep.
On
Yeah.
on Here, I'm going to give you my honorable mention, the piggyback on that. It starts with the top with the leadership Jose Altuve, who's been the worst second baseman in baseball hitting wise over the past 40 odd games. He started off really hot and then fell off a cliff. It kind of starts there. They need the veteran guys to pick it up.
Yep. No, I agree with you. I completely agree with you. And to me, just pay attention to these guys. They're going to be good. But they are They've got their backs up against the wall. No more mental mistakes. Physical ones are going to happen. Balls are going to get slip out of your hands in the humidity, things like that. But you can't miss cutoff bands. You can't miss signs. You can't get thrown out at third to end an inning. Like the mental mistakes cannot happen anymore. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Jackson, I love this. I know you've got something right after this. So do I. But you know what? Let's talk a little further offline. But tell everybody if they're watching this on YouTube and they want to get access to our locker room, which is now $25, and you don't want them to pay full price, what code are they using?
Use code Jackson. Get 10% off that $25.
There you go. Use code Jackson.
Knock it down. 22.50.
Well, there you go. Jackson again next week, right?
Yes, same time, same place.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.